like radio, you next to me.
That's right.
Legs like Nestle, they constantly test me. I'm clear that the rest be trying to out-finesse me. But love is real, I can tell how it feel. Say what you want, but keep your lips sealed. You can run your mouth, talk extra slick, and strip in front of the plasma. Yes, it's it. Belly dance for your man, make eye contact, make the player react. In fact, put him in the bed while your man's laid back. Run your pedicure, cross my six-pack. Hold my dice, baby, roll for ice. You free to move around, I won't control your life, but just keep you heated. Treat you how you wanna be treated. You got an appetite for love, I'll feed it.
Like my favorite scene in the best movie, like the air that I breathe, that's what she is to me. Like a song I just wrote, or like coming home when I've been gone too long. That's what she does for me. I wanna always have this feeling. Ooh, your love is so amazing. Tell me, baby. Tell me that you'll never go. She's like someone bring everything that means to me. Heavenly, how the world looks to someone who's never seen the world. That's what she is. Like a lover's hug when you first fall in love. And girl, it means so much when you're out of touch. It's like seeing you for a moment or two. Girl, the thought of you is what gets me through. I wanna always have you lately. Ooh, your love is so amazing. Tell me, girl. Tell me that you never someone bring everything that means everything I need. Yeah, what she is to me. Heavenly, she's how the world looks to someone who's never seen. What she is to me. That's what she is. What she is to me. I don't think that words can describe exactly how you make me feel inside. Never in my life have I been so in love. She's a light, yeah. That the sun would bring what she is to me. Someone who never, never. Someone bring everything that the sun would. Yeah. But she is so heavenly, so someone who's never. She makes me feel that she is so good.
Bad boy, baby.
So good.
CT, Carl Thomas. To every city, every hood, and every block, ghetto America.
Rolling through the hood, just stop out and say what's up, and let you know your baby boy ain't doing so tough. Even though you've passed going on 4 long years, Still waking up late at night crying tears, just thinking about those days you used to talk to me, smiling while I'm sipping on this Hennessy. And remember we brag on how rich we would be. To get up out this hood was like a fantasy. My songs, the radio was playing. Oh, I can't believe my ears and what everybody's saying. Boy, I tell you, folks don't know the half. I would give it all up just to take one ride with you. How I used to kick it on the front porch with you. How I used to lay back and smoke weed with you. All the little basement party joints we do. Now I'm just missing you. How I wish that I could hold you now. Oh, I wish that I could touch you now. Oh, I wish that I could talk to you, be with you. To every city, to every city, every hood, and every block, ghetto America. Rolling through the hood, just stop out and say what's up, and let you know your baby boy ain't doing so tough. You've past going on long years. You're waking up late at night crying tears, just thinking about those days you used to talk to me, smiling while I'm sipping on this Hennessy. And remember we brag on how rich we would be. To get up out this hood was like a fantasy. My songs, the radio was playing. Can't believe every say. Boy, I tell you, folks don't know the half. I would give it all up just to take one ride with you. How I used to kick it on the front porch. How I used to lay back and smoke with you. All the little basement joints you do. Now I'm just missing you. Baby, I wish that I could hold you now. Oh, I wish that I could touch you now. Oh, I wish that I could talk to you, be with you somehow. I know you're in a bad place, even though I can't see your face. I know you're smiling down on me, saying everything's okay. And if I make it out this book, I'll see you again someday. Since this money come, it's been nothing but stress. Sometimes I wish that I could just trade in my success. Y'all look at me and say, boy, you've been blessed, but y'all don't see the inside of my unhappiness. Man, I swear this shit gets heavy like a ton. That's why you hear me shooting this real shit off like a gun. I wonder how my friends would treat me now if I wasn't iced up with a Bentley and a house. That's why fake ass niggas get fake ass digits and fake ass players get a real player hating them. Honey, love goes platinum and y'all ass come around, but y'all wanna raise the roof until my shit is going down. My songs, the radio is playing. Oh, I can't believe my ears and what everybody's saying. Boy, I tell you, folks don't know the half. I would give it all up just to take one ride with you. How I used to hoop off in the tournament with you. How I used to club hop on weekends with you. Your family called the morning of a tragic end. Damn, my condolences. Wish that I could hold on. Wish that I could touch. Wish that I could talk to you, be with you somehow. Oh, I know you're in a bad place, even though I can't see your face. I know you're smiling down on me, saying everything's okay. And if I make it, I'll see my head be telling me to come to church. What is the only way for you to stop the men windows black tinted like a hearse? Waking up to life sometimes seems worse. And all I ever wanted is to be a better man. And I try to keep it real with my homies, man. Want me to save the world, I don't understand. How did I become the leader of a billion man? Oh, I can't believe my ears and what everybody's saying. Boy, I tell you, folks don't know the how. I would give it all up just to take one ride. How I used to street perform on Fridays, and how I'd go to church on Easter Sunday. Instead of y'all throwing them stones at me, somebody pray for me. Wish that I could hold you now. Oh, I wish that I could touch you now. Oh, I wish that I could talk to you. Be with you somehow. Still I know you're in a better place. In a better place. Though I can't see your face. Oh, I'm smiling down, smiling. Everything's okay. All of my homies. Wish that I could hold you now. Oh, wish that I could touch you now. Right now. Wish that I could talk to you. Be with you. Somehow I know you're in a better place. Though I can't see your face. See your face. Though you're smiling down, smiling. Everything's okay. I'm at the crossroads of my wish that I could talk to you. Come on and break my heart somehow. Come on and break my heart. 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 Baby, don't go. Baby, don't go. I need you. Talk to me, tell me where you were late last night. You told me with the friends hanging out late last night. Baby, don't go. Baby, don't go. Baby, don't go. Baby, don't go. I need you. Talk to me, tell me where you were late last night. You told me with the friends hanging out late last night. You're lying, cause you're stuttering. Now where were you late last night? Stop lying to me, cause you're ticking me off. See, you're ticking me off. Ooh, girl, why you lying to me? I can't tell. Ooh, I called you on your cell phone, no answer. Tell me why. So I paged you on your two-way, still no response. Tell me why. I took care of you, I loved you, and you played me. Stop lying to me about where you've been, cause you're ticking me off, ticking me off. Did you get it on ya? He messed up your hair, makeup's everywhere. Ooh yeah. Girl, you're crying, cause you're lying to my face. Stop lying to me about seeing a man, cause you're ticking me off. Oh, run to me, girl. If you don't want me, you should just leave me alone. Run to me. Tell me, girl, I wanna know right now. Why lie? You love, yeah. I got, oh, baby, I just can't keep going on, girl. More from you, oh, get on, baby. No more from you. I hear you lying, I hear you stuttering, 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 stuttering.
It's official right now. 4 minutes or less.
You should leave
Gonna
me.
crown all of them right now. Dedicate my mama, your mama, you.
Get the hell out.
Babies, mamas, mamas. This is dedicated to you, wife, you. If you're near a woman right now, wherever you at, just turn to them, say, this is dedicated. You are appreciated. This is dedicated.
I appreciate your smile, and how much it take to carry and birth a child. And the way you play dumb, even when we're living real foul. And even as a single parent mama, you still hold it down somehow. Make them ends meet somehow. I appreciate your strength. How you never bite your lip, you say what's on your mind. How you a lady in the street and a freak when it's bedroom time. How you gon' grind with me, roll with me, tell me what's yours is mine. Hey fellas, if you ain't got one, better search the world.
This is official right now. In 4 minutes or less, you. We gonna crown all of them right now. Dedicate my mama, your mama, you. And you. Your babies, mamas, mamas. This is dedicated to you, wife, you. If you're near a woman right now, wherever you at, just turn to them, say, this is dedicated. You are appreciated. This is dedicated.
I appreciate your smile, and how much it take to carry and birth a child. Where you even living foul. And even as a single parent mama, you still hold it down somehow. Make them ends meet somehow. I appreciate your strength. How you never bite your lip, you say what's on your mind. How you a lady in the street and a freak when it's bedroom time. How you gon' grind with me, roll with me, tell me what's yours is mine. Hey fellas, if you ain't got one, better search the world to find a woman, 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 special woman, 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 ain't nothing better than strong woman, better than a woman, fire woman, special woman, I appreciate your glow. And when so emotional. You know, till you prove your point, you just can't let it go. But I like that though. I appreciate so much. Yeah, like the I love you feeling, girl, when we touch. Yeah, like there's no you, no me, if there's no one. Oh, and if she ever hears an urgency, she'll come in a rush. Yeah, to the rescue. Man, you better find you a woman, get you one, yeah. Strong woman, ain't nothing like making love to a woman, special woman, a beautiful woman, strong woman. When I get weak, I need a strong woman, special woman in a special way. Street smart and educated, got a good head on her shoulder, a sexy swagger with sex appeal. A grown woman hook up them home-cooked meals. A grown woman exudes confidence. Better recognize one when a grown one sings. And a grown woman knows how to tell you no. A grown woman knows when to let you go. You can have a big old car and a big old house, but next to God, nothing else amounts to a woman, strong woman, you better find you a special woman, beautiful woman, ain't nothing like it, strong woman, special woman, mercy, ain't nothing like her.
It's Friday and I'm ready to swing. sane tonight. Oh, it's alright. So get up and let this funky mellow groove get you in the mood. 'Cause you know it's alright. Yeah. Keep on grooving. Don't stop moving. Don't stop moving. Let me see you go. Go back. Let me see you go. Alright. Wanna see you go. Come on, let me see you go. See you go back and forth. Now's the time for you to make your move to the dance floor. So throw your hands in the air and wave around like you just don't care. Yeah. Ooh, it's the LIYAH ripping up the stage. I got jazz personality, cheap mentality, peach to soul train. Keep on grooving. Don't stop moving. Now let me see you go back and forth, back and forth, yeah.
whatever you like, baby.
I like when you move up close to me, sexy grinding, holding me, real close 'cause you're supposed to be, baby.
I like it when you put that thing on me, pushing it up on Mr. Jeans, making it harder in between, baby. Whether it's such a crib appreciate it. When I was young, me and my mama had beef. 17 years old, kicked out on the streets. Though back at the time, I never thought I'd see her face. Ain't a woman alive that could take my mama's place. Suspended from school, I'm scared to go home. I was a fool with the big boys, breaking all the rules. Shed tears with my baby sister. Over the years, we was poor than other little kids. And even though we had different daddies, the same drama when things went wrong, we blame mama. I reminisce on the stress I caused, it was hell. Hugging on my mama from a jail cell. And who thinking elementary? Hey, I see the penitentiary one day. Running from the police, that's right. Mama catch me, put a whooping to my back. And even as a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen, mama. I finally understand, for a woman it ain't easy trying to raise a man. You always was committed, a poor single mother on wealth. Tell me, did. There's no way I can pay you back, but the plan show you that I understand. You all
Don't you know we love you, sweet
dear mama.
Place no one above you,
You all appreciate it.
Don't you know we love you?
There ain't nobody tell us it was fair. No love from my daddy cause the coward wasn't there. He passed away and I didn't cry, cause my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. They say I'm wrong and I'm heartless, but all along I was looking for a father, he was gone. I hung around with the thugs, and even though they sold drugs, they showed a young brother love. I moved out, started really hanging. Money of my own, so I started slanging. I ain't guilty cause even though I sell rocks, it feels good putting money in your mailbox. I love rent when the rent's due. I hope you got the diamond necklace that I sent to you. Cause when I was low, you was there for me. You never left me alone because you cared for me. And I can see you coming home after work late. You're in the kitchen trying to fix us a hot plate. Working with the scraps, giving. And mama miracles every giving. But old road got rough, you're alone. Trying to raise two bad kids on your own. And there's no way I can pay you back, but my plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it.
Don't you know we love you, sweet
And dear mama,
Place no one above you,
you all appreciate it.
Don't you know we love you?
Pour out some liquor and I reminisce, cause through the drama I can always depend on my mama. And when it seems that I'm hopeless, you say the words that can get me back in focus. When I was sick as a little kid, to keep me happy there's no limit to the things you did. And all my childhood memories are full of all the sweet things you did for me. And even though I act crazy, I gotta thank the Lord that you made me. There are no words that can express how I feel. You never kept a secret, always stayed real. And I appreciate how you raised me, and all the extra love that you gave me. I wish I could take the pain away. If you can make it through the night, there's a brighter day. Everything will be alright if you hold on. It's a struggle every day, gotta roll on. There's no way I can pay you back. Plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it.
Don't you know
you know when love is sweet.
Dear mama. Dear mama. Just like a bird, I just wanna fly free. So high, and I own a piece of land somewhere off in a country. Oh yeah, listen. Temperatures like 100 degrees. Like I got chains on me. Black male in the family of three. She keeps calling me and I go. Although she takes from me, I follow. She gave me a key to the door. Now she got me coming back for more. Oh, she keeps calling me, yeah. I tried but I can't leave, yeah. You got me roped in, sipping your potion, yeah. Oh, I swore to myself that this time I'd give you up, yeah. But all I know is yours. She keeps calling me and I go. Although she takes from me, I follow. She gave me a key to the door. Now she got me coming back for more. She keeps calling me and I go. Although she takes from me, I follow. She gave me a key to the door. Now she got me coming back for more. Oh, it seems I've got to eat, yeah. Odds are against me, yeah. Been there and done, don't know why I come back, yeah. Oh, don't know why I stick around for you. I don't know why, but I do. She keeps calling me and I go. Although she takes from me, I follow. She gave me a key to the door. Now she got me coming back for more. She keeps calling me and I go. Although she takes from me, I follow. She gave me a key to the door. Now she got me coming back for more.
praise. Performance make me feel good and yes, yours. other day, I would play it cool, but I can't now, 'cause I want you. See, I'm hooked on how you flex your style, and I wanna talk for a little while. I never really seen your type, but I must admit that I kinda like. So maybe if you have the time, we can talk about you being mine. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Sweet love for a lifetime. Oh, yeah. When you need me, just call me, baby. Now on the regular, I won't waste time, but I don't want to, 'cause you're so damn fine. And I heard that you were taken, that don't have to stop you from making late night phone calls on the telephone about your fantasies. Now to get it on when you need me, I will be there for you, my sweet lady. Would you be my sweet love for a lifetime? I'll be there when you need me. Just call and receive me, my sweet lady. Would you be love for a lifetime? I'll be there, baby. Just call me, my sweet lady. Say you will be my lady. I've got to have all your love. I won't run. Just say you give it to me. No, all my life. If you say my baby, when you need me, just call and receive me, sweet lady. Would you be my sweet love for a lifetime? I'll be there when you need me. Just call and